Hello, everybody, and welcome to another show of Ironclaw, the Isles. And we're sticking to that title because if we keep expanding it, it would be like 20 words long and completely meaningless.
Are you saying you don't want it 20 words long?
No, not the goal.
Yeah, but then we'll turn into like weird like Lord of the Rings subtitles and stuff. Do we really want that?
Yeah. In the castle of the man who left the building because he was called forth by the king, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. Yeah. We don't care. So we start, as we always do, by presenting our characters, our mottos, and goals. So I'm going to go with Theta.
Because Harmon Tadero, Donkey Soldier. I can eat and talk at the same time. I'm multitask. I'm a real redneck. My personality is stoic. My motto is you need to know that you're in for the fight of your life, and the only goal that I currently have listed is discover who is behind the conspiracy. I don't know if it was some given out while I was away at the end of the last session.
Well, it's also the ship as well.
What ship?
What do you mean?
Oh dear.
Oh dear, this is gonna be interesting.
Well, no, I know the ship, the one that has all the guns and everything like that, but I mean, what's the goal? You just said there's also the ship. What about the ship?
We gotta burn it down. You gotta destroy it. Yeah.
Destroy the ship. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So we go to Arcloid. Welcome back.
Thank you. My name is Arcloid. I play Spencer McDougall, the calculating raccoon cognoscenti, dabbles in thaumaturgy. His motto is the best secrets are those you are not known to keep. And he currently has 3 goals: stealing the grain, blowing up the prototype warship, and dismantling the conspiracy against the kingdom. And his own personal tie-in that is there's a cognoscenti making his people look bad. You can't have that.
Can't have that. Griffin.
Hey, I'm Griffin. I'm playing Gregory Verkin III, Lion Elementalist with a vain personality, and my goals are to discover who's behind the conspiracy, get the food, and burn the ship.
And finally, last but not least, oh my God, Robert, go ahead.
Hey,
Sorry about that. Yeah,
it's
I
my name is Robert, and I'm playing Duncan, the Panther burglar. And my personal motto is charity begins at home. My current goals are the same as the rest of the parties: burn down the prototype warship, get food/grain, or steal/grain, and uncover the conspiracy against the crown. Is how I have it written here. So.
Mm-hmm. So we began with the fact that you managed to clear the way to get down to the ship, at least beginning the process of getting down to the ship. Yes. I'll get that to them a little later. You managed to get the lantern, the brother lantern of the church of Samare to leave and clear the way for the Society of Plenty to raid the silos with the food. Meanwhile, as you go down to there's a ramp that leads to the 7 ships that are being either repaired or built. Right in the middle is the experimental ships in which you have been given the tools to destroy. You also discovered where they're keeping the powder, which is a building sort of research into the hillock itself. Also built with brick to not prevent explosions, but if there is an explosion, to try to contain it as much as possible within the building. Of course, anybody inside the building at the moment will probably perish, but that's just the way it is when dealing with explosives. And you also were given a box of 6 grenades, incendiary grenades, to which to be used to help along the destruction of the ship, which is in dry dock.
Good news. Those can be thrown in slings, and 2 of us have those.
Indeed. Although it's been suggested that if you can, put them in strategic positions and do the maximum damage, that would be best. So
Yeah.
also easier not to get caught because you wipe up your sling and start putting grenades. You go like, what is that person doing? You know, and so yeah, that might be a thing. Of course, if that's where you want to go with it, then so be it. That was suggested along, using your own ship as a fire ship and all those things. So you're going down, and there's members of the Brotherhood of Plenty. These two of them that are workers. They're not pretending to be workers; they're actually shipwrights, and they're going with you, sort of serving as part of your cover.
Yeah.
There's plenty of royal guards here. From the this is the Eastern Isle, by the way. You are now in the Eastern Isle, in the lands of the usurper, and they're building their ships so they can continue the war. And this particular warship is an experimental warship with over 30 cannon or more, and a new set, or will be installed a new set of square sails, which will allow it to tack into the wind without having to use oars. And when the wind is favorable, it'll also be more maneuverable in spite of its much larger size and power. So this will be sort of pre-Galleon design, but still a powerful warship nonetheless. And you're there to destroy it. So you're going down into the thing. You can see in the roll 20 that's the ship in general. There's other areas, but this is the central area they're in. It is daylight at the moment. You're going into the morning shift. A lot of the workers are picking up boxes, moving things. You can see the multiple cranes around the ship that are, loading or holding wood and other things that are designed to be there. You also have these areas that have supplies herein. To the south in this direction, it's where the, again, sort of, imagine you're going west, because it's in the western shore, to the east. This is facing, I would have to change the map, but it's facing east. And to the west, recess against sort of the hillock, is this impressive armory / magazine that holds most of the gunpowder. Because most ships are reloading gunpowder, dealing with cannon. There's cannon nearby that when the ship is being constructed will also be loaded in. But this is the status of the ship as the moment, right? That it's still in its basic construction. It may take a couple of weeks, so it's now easier to destroy, and would delay or stop the construction of this particular ship if you place your charges right.
All right. So at the very least, we are on the docks now, which that's a great improvement from before.
Mhm.
Yep.
And Team Huddle, well, I think our goals are pretty clear. I'm going to give you my share of grenades, so you have 4 of them, Duncan, and that leaves Harmon with 2 of them. Duncan,
Okay.
your goal is to get towards the ship and make sure you can put them on. I could probably do the distraction, which might give you the opportunity to do such, which I guess means first we should see how much opposition are we facing if we wanted to just try to get on them and try to plant them right now.
Sounds
That'd
like
be
a
something
plan.
like an observation check, I think, right?
Yes.
Who's good at that?
I'm good at that, sort of.
Okay. I also
Let's
have the
see.
capability for it. So I'm going to just roll 2d6 and see what do I think about how much is in the way. So I will roll 2d6, and I have 2 successes on my own.
The problem here is, well, there are certainly guards.
I
It's
also
the
have
the sheer amount of people working. On one hand, that allows you to get close, but on the other hand, it's the problem of doing it undetected. Right? Some worker might look and go like, "What are you doing?" Right? And if they alert the guards, then you would have to fight your way out. And these are rough and tumble people as well. I mean, this is their livelihood, so I don't think they'll be happy to just let you do, commit an act of sabotage, whatever it is they think that you're doing. So, yeah, that might not be a thing that might go well with them. or be inclined to support.
So,
Right.
So getting close is easy. Doing it and getting out cleanly, it's the issue.
So, okay. So we probably want to do this without hurting anybody. Is that kind of the goal here, Sir Gregory?
Well, I think honestly the goal is just to get in and out as quickly as possible. And
Very well.
specifically to do it with our greatest chance of success of having it go down, right? So if we can get on easily enough, which is what you said, Lessons, then we would want to get you on, set it off, and then the distraction that I can set by blowing the store would be to help you get out.
Okay, I will do this then.
So Harmon, you're with me. We're going to start wandering around the store and preparing for the distraction. Duncan, I'm going to give you a bit of time, and I am going to wait until I see you act, and then I will act.
Do you have a sling?
No, I have throwing arms.
I have a sling.
I think we
My-
requisitioned one for you last time, though. Like it was a cheap item, and someone just like took a leather strap and just handed it over to you.
Oh, okay. I don't remember if we actually officially did that or not.
Yeah, we actually did it.
All right, so I'm gonna actually ask help from Ractus here. What is the stats for a sling? If you could just put them in the chat, and I'll just put that on my sheet.
I do appreciate it. You think I have it?
I'm looking it up right now. It's on my sheet.
Did you have a sling? I assumed.
I have a sling staff. I don't have a sling. Different stats.
My bad.
Ever so slightly.
Well,
All
one
right,
is better.
sling is medium range, good hand, speed, range combat versus defense. Using a random stone, it's damage +0. Using a bullet, it's damage +1. And let me see what the range is. Oh, and with the bullet, it goes to long range instead of just medium.
I would presume because the grenade will count as a damage +0 in this case, but we'll have the grenade stats when it hits.
Mm-hmm. It's +2 damage fire.
I'm looking that up now.
Grenade is +2 fire. Alrighty. Okay. I just wanted to write that down real quick. So medium, good hand, speed and range, damage +2 in this case, fire.
Okay, yeah. Grenades go medium from a sling. Their explosion, reach, body speed, throwing versus 3, or your body in range combat with a sling, I would assume. Resist with speed, dodge versus 3, damage +2.
Well, if it's body and range, it actually doesn't change because both my body and speed happen to be the same stat right now, so we're good.
Well, it's body speed and throwing, or just speed and range. So you might be better off throwing because you get 3 dice with it.
I don't have any throw. It would be 2 dice. It'd be just a slightly higher dice. I'll figure it out, though. Yeah, I didn't build this character for throwing. I built him for just straight range. Anyway, we'll figure it out. All right, so I'm going to sneak in, I guess, at this point. I packed the slings and the grenades under my tunic or whatever. There's obviously a magic backpack there or something. And we're going to sneak in, even though we're already in. But I mean, stealth through as far as I can. And I guess this would be a roll of speed and stealth.
Yes.
Did you have Did you have a bunch of bullets?
I have no bullets.
Oh, okay.
Don't use them.
Did you want some?
Okay, wait a minute.
Or are we in the same area?
Put yourself in the map. You should be in the
I'm
map.
already there. I have my little token in the corner.
Oh, okay. So you're just where are you gonna throw the grenades?
Well, I was gonna sneak through to get close to it first.
Okay.
And then I was gonna determine if I can throw them or not.
Mm-hmm. Around you see people with carrying buckets, and carrying wood planks. There's 2 types of buckets. Some of them are for the nails that actually heat up the nails, and others are like they're a form of pitch is designed to, as the planks are put together, they cover them in this pitch so they can seal together better.
Is there an empty bucket nearby?
Oh, sure, there's plenty of them.
I'm just gonna grab one and I'm going to put the grenades in there for now, just to hide them.
Okay.
And then maybe like take like a bunch of like nails or whatever, like put it on top just in case if somebody looks. Or like some debris or something like that. And I'm just trying to make myself look a little bit I guess similar to like maybe some of the dock workers here. But speed, stealth, any other things would go into that, or just speed and stealth?
I think observation, because if you want to make sure that you see people not, you're on the lookout for somebody who might spot you and try to intercept you or order you around or something like that.
Roger that. I will now roll then. That is 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You're moving close to the ship, and a foreman sort of points in general directions like, "Oi, you! Help! We need more pitch. Go get it."
Sir, yeah.
So you have to turn around and you have to come back, and there's somebody who just accidentally at you a bucket. It's like it's a slimy thing. You have no idea. Kind of dark, almost bubbling. It's warm to the touch. You think that it will cool down the moment you get there. So it's like, oh, actually, you got 2 successes. So now you have your bucket on one end of nails and another of this pitch. And people are there. There's you're handing them over to someone else, and there's a little rope, and they people have scaffolding. So so it's like that. So that gets you close to the ship, right next to the ship. But you don't want to simply launch the thing on the surface. You want to make sure that it gets into maybe some of these internal beams right here.
Yeah.
This side is open, but you have to go over and under to get to it.
Is it possible to maybe like skulk down into the dry dock area over here where I put my character?
Yeah. For that, you'll have to run. No, actually, you can get there. If you want to go further, you'll have to roll again. Because again, there's a lot of activity, and you're trying to avoid somebody distracting you or catching you in the act.
Okay. Well, fortune favors the bold, I guess. We will do another roll then. Let's see if I can get through. 2 successes again. I do have a 1 there. I would like to. Is it possible to turn my stealth into a stealth when I'm outnumbered?
Explain, please.
Like I'm assuming there's like dozens of people around.
Yeah.
Like, is it possible to get a reroll anytime for stealth when I am basically outnumbered when there's dozens of people around?
Okay. I suppose, yeah, it works that they can serve as cover for you.
All right. Let's see what happens then. No, still not a success, so that's 2 still.
Yeah, the problem is there's a lot of people, but it's just way too many eyes, right? I mean, they're doing their job, right? But
yeah,
still, and you see guards as well, like basically with swords, etc. So while you're trying to do that, the rest of you, the armory slash powder room, has guards in front of me, and they have rifles on their shoulder, and muskets. There's 2 of them there, and some others as well. But again, you have workers coming in and out, and every so often, the guards stop a worker, and they have to present basically like a sheaf of paper. It's like, and they read it and they let them in. It's like they roll them up and put them back in, right? So they're regularly stopping like large groups of 3 or 4 people. You don't know what the paper is, but if you can get your hands on it, maybe that will help.
Where is this paper again? Just for clarification, I'm sorry.
People are carrying them, like basically like you notice that the leaders of the crews are they basically work in teams, right? But at first looks like it's just disorganized. Really, you have like teams. You have people who are doing the carrying the wood, people who are carrying working the scaffolding, etc. And the teams of them, the teams that go into the powder room, into the armory, they tend to have like these roll up sheets of paper that they present to the guards, and the guards. What looks at first like a stream of people, really are small groups. The group comes in, presents themselves. The guy just like the guards looks at it, it's like okay, and let them wave them in, and so on and so forth, right? So it's not simply lines of people coming in and out. So there's activity, but there seems to be a pattern to it. They're not just letting anybody go in.
Is it possible to maybe determine like the pattern for like the group of people that are working down in that area over here, like I said before?
Yeah, observation will let you do that.
All right. Let's go back to the observation. Oh, I don't see anything.
You're not used to this much hustle and bustle, basically. You kind of see maybe, but it's like you don't really know the difference between one type of work or another. You see some people doing different things, but you don't know what would their names be or whatever. You don't know a lot of these people, right? And every so often somebody shouts at you to do something, right? They see you basically as an errand boy. It's like fetch this, get that, and so you have to, in order to keep your cover, you have to go and try to find something. Maybe you sort of go behind a building or something, pretend to be doing something, keep yourself busy. Yeah, it's just the sheer amount of people. It's kind of hard. Like I said, it's easy to get close, but getting to exactly the target and then pulling back. But I was talking about the rest. Griffin and the rest. What are you guys doing?
I think I'm going around trying to get myself ready for the potential distraction that I'm going to need to do, which basically means going around to that little armory and making sure that I have some sort of line of sight on some powder.
Yeah, from the outside you don't see anything. You see people carrying barrels, right, in and out in these groups, right? They have like wheelbarrows and stuff like that. But getting a line up to what's inside, no, they don't have it like lying around like near the entrance. You have to try to
there's like no windows on this building. There's just like the doorway, right?
Yeah.
So I could probably like walk past the open door. How deep in can I see? Does it just like branch off into hallways or?
Like I said, there are two guards at the door.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it opens up, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
people have to go in and out.
Yeah, as people going in, they present the paper. So, in order for you to get a look, basically, it just seems like from the outside, you just see this corridor that goes deeper into the ground, basically.
Okay, that's the answer I needed. So it's a narrow corridor that goes in the ground. So we would also need paper to do that, and I would need to be very tactful and probably very fast. My worry right now is how am I going to make this thing explode without also dying? So these grenades we have on them, they have fuses?
Yes.
Okay, so Harmon has two of them, and presumably they're long enough for, like, how many seconds?
They could be up to a minute.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's a fair amount of time.
Because they're not designed to, they're designed to you to do exactly that sabotage. They're not gonna. That's also why careful position is important, so they don't get discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yeah.
Okay. So that should
be ready. Do an academics.
Absolutely. So let's do mind academics. I got 2 dice, one for brain, one for academics, and no success. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine,
yeah. Okay. So I'm not smart enough to realize whatever that was, but so I guess I see Duncan going around, and you probably are also attempting to get papers, I think, right?
I probably would have, given a shot at least to get some papers.
Yeah, so maybe I'll like flag you back down, and we'll reconvene for a few seconds, and we'll go, all right, so looks like we both need papers. So we probably need to either swipe them off of someone or forge up some of our own. I
can do
know
that.
I'm literate and I can write, and hey, you can do that. So if we can get at
Yeah.
least one, we have two. I think that still rests in your hands, however. Or at least the first part does. I could probably help you with the writing part, though.
I think I can help with this, actually. This is going to be a very weird question. Is it possible to find somebody who is like alone so I can basically rob them of their papers?
Do an observation for
Oh,
me.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We're just going into thuggery now.
Mhm.
It's fine.
do
You'll be
not
fine.
I unfortunately don't have like the skill sets for this. Nope, I don't see anything. Oh my. Yeah, I don't see anything, so I don't see any people who are alone with papers to rob.
Here, I could try to make the check myself, actually. Or try to give you the D12. So let me assist you because we're both after the same thing. I don't see anyone around here with that. They keep them in their pockets or something. Jeez.
Oh, this is going bad. Maybe actually there's Spencer.
Yes.
Is it can you compel people to give us stuff?
I could ask them nicely.
I suppose that is a form of compelling, yes.
Yeah.
Is there do you see anybody around who we could ask nicely? Because I don't see anybody right now.
Yeah, sadly, I will not learn Marionette for some time. It is quite an advanced spell.
We do have the two sailors we came in with, or rather the two that are with the Society of Plenty. I'll query them real quick and go, so everyone has these permission papers. Do you happen to have one?
He says no, but I guess we can search for a foreman or someone that might be able to track down a foreman and see if they
have you at least seen them before? Do you know what they look like and what's on them? That's perfect because that's all we need. We can come around this box real quick and we'll forge up a couple of them. Just give us that little bit of assistance to tell us what we need and we'll get it done.
They point you in the direction of one of the foremans that's basically behind one of these areas. He's basically eating a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, maybe you can try him. But he would be quick about it.
Do you think I'll just give one over?
Well, one way or the other, you're gonna need it.
Okay.
We could try that.
So you know what? He's enjoying his lunch, and maybe I could try to just press him into fast talk him basically into doing it. Go like, hey, get your sandwich down here, give me the thing, and we'll get out, kind of thing.
Okay.
I think that could maybe be successful. So I think I will go up and I will attempt to do that.
Would you like a negotiation assist?
Sure. You could maybe be behind me on that. Yeah. I'm mostly trying to impress upon him urgency rather than trying to get him to give me a fair deal here.
Yeah, this would be mind or will versus negotiation.
Yeah. That's an assist. No, that's
one success, so you have an assist. I have D8.
Okay, and for my test then, to get him to do it quickly, I'm thinking I want to suggest I'd like to be using presence here. So will presence?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that, and I have your assist die. So I have a decent number of dice here, and that is 4 successes.
Yeah.
I stride on up and I go, hey, we're trying to rush here. What are you doing eating a sandwich? Put that down and get the writing done.
Well, I'm just gonna grab it. Don't tell anybody.
Look, do you just have one right over there? Just hand that over, all right? We got to get going here. They're already going to knock my pay if I spend any longer.
All right, sure. And he just tosses the paper. He's like, just give me a moment.
Yeah, and I just swipe it up and I go, all right, thanks. I'm out of here.
He's like, he's more annoyed that you stop, interrupting his lunch than anything else, right?
Yeah, so the faster I'm out of his hair, the happier he is.
Yeah.
All right, so that is 1 or 2. I guess he threw me 1, right?
One. He has, yeah.
All right, perfect. So I have 1 right here, Duncan. Duncan, would you like to help me make a copy? Or rather, I'll help you make a copy.
Well, yeah, sure. I could try and make a copy of this. I assume this would be a mix of mind and academics of some kind.
Yes.
Actually, it's craft to make forgeries.
Oh, I don't have craft. Oh dear.
Oh.
I'm sorry. We're back at the nobody has craft kind of party.
But I do have the gift of forgery, so
yeah. So that means yeah.
So I have a D4 mind and a D12 forgery. How the hell do I survive with a D4 mind? Would you? All right. Okay. So what do you want me to help you, or do you want to help me?
You have the actual gift. I could attempt to help you. I don't have craft though, so I might pull back and decline because
you have a copy, so D8 will do.
Right, so you can just take the assist bonus for having the copy in the first place.
Yeah.
All right, I will take that assist bonus then. We got 3 dice coming. If it loads. So take some time writing this out, see if I can make a copy of this. I got 2 successes.
You think it's possible, right? Between what you've done and the fact that they don't seem to spend too much time reviewing it, right? It's like, it's like you can flash it, right? It's like doing the FBI thing, which is flash FBI and just before anybody can notice that the fact it's just like, I don't know, maybe one of those plastic stars that you buy at a convenience store or something with a plastic gun. Yeah.
Curiosity, that one there is from my academics. Can I put my favorite use of academics as forging documents?
Sure.
Oh wait, no, that's not academics. I lied. Everything I just said, ignore that. We'll just take
okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. All right, so we'll just FBI badge this. Here you go.
Yeah.
All right, so that's at least something now. I got my bucket of grenades and nails and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I got a quick question on if there's anything interesting written on the paper, like you're only allowed in these specific areas.
That's probably a good idea.
Basically, it's very much the holder of the paper is allowed to go to restricted area A. It has an A on it. So you don't know what the code is, A, B, C, D, And what you see on the guards are just sort of bored, right? So.
I was going to ask, can we ask the sailors that are with us, restricted area A, what area does that refer to?
He points over at the
armory.
I just had a moment of deja vu. I said we never played this scenario before, but somehow I just got something that happens to me.
All right, and if they happen to know the code letter for the ship too, then we can have the one for the armory, which we already have, and then the one for the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say to Griffin, keep the original one so you can get into the armory and do what you have to do there. And I will ask the dock workers, do you know what is the code to get into the area below the ship or near the ship with those papers?
A B, probably, for both.
I just scribble a B onto the forged document where the A would be then, just to make sure that it's accurate. And I said,
after all, most people don't know how to read and write. So for them,
they're just looking for the letter. Yeah,
looking for the letter, the symbol, or it's like the doctor's psychic papers, whatever they think it's important. They just read into it whatever they think it's important. Yeah.
All right. Well, I will now do my subterfuge thing of trying to get close with the paper. Griffin, good luck in the armory.
Thanks. I'll probably need it.
You got Harmon. You'll be fine.
So the question is, in which order are you going to do this?
That's a good question. You want to blow up the armory first? You want me to try and blow up the ship first?
I think the idea was to get you out of the way of the ship, so I will probably go in and set a timer, and hopefully that'll give you cover. I only have a few minutes to do this.
So you want to go first then?
Probably, yeah.
All right, all yours.
Okay. So let's see. So I have these 2 grenades, and I guess I just have them in a bag right now.
Mhm.
No one's really getting searched, and the people going into the armory have the wheelbarrows, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to basically get myself onto the wheelbarrow crew by just kind of doing what Duncan's been doing, going over in that direction, getting shouted at until I get an order to pick one up and go do it.
Yeah.
And that's simple enough to just string along. I'll
Mhm.
go along with the wheelbarrows in the line. I'll show off my paper, I have it, and then we'll figure out what happens when we get inside, because I don't know that information yet.
Okay. As you present the paper, let's see how. I'm going to give the guard a D6 and see if he actually notice anything.
Yeah, this
No,
is even the forged one, so.
Yeah, you just press the paper on his face. He looks at it like, what? Go in.
Alright, yeah. And no argument, just go in. And I guess I'm following someone around.
Yeah,
Or
this
at
is
least
a
describe
long-
what I see here, yeah.
There's a long corridor. You see that many places have these arches that are designed to sort of reinforce inside structure, and everything's made out of brick. And people are going to these side passages. Here you have gunpowder. You have, now you start seeing barrels, and there's a lot of them, right? But other things as well. Apparently, you see cannon. You hear the sound of casting of cannon. They're doing it here.
Mm-hmm.
So the acrid smell of metal being burned. And you even see where there's other guards as well. You see basically rooms where they have racks of muskets, right? So this is not simply a powder room. This is the armory where they keep all the guns and all the special weapons and the like, and the work on them. The deeper you realize, that deeper you go is at the very end. There's these 2 double doors, massive double doors. One of them is open. In fact, they're so massive they have like smaller doors instead. So the people just want to go in and out, they can use that door. But one of them is open, and it's just wall to wall barrels of this stuff, which is also it's very expensive.
Yeah.
And again, you can do what's education? No, not education. No. Academics check. Academics.
All right. We're back on my 2d6 here. Let's see how big my brain is. I got 1 success.
You realize that if gunpowder were instantly explosive, it wouldn't work. So maybe there's a way to use gunpowder to do fuses or slow burns. The exact way of doing it, you don't know, but it's like, well, I mean, if the gunpowder just, when you light to it, it just goes boom, then, it would be too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a way of using some of this gunpowder to your advantage. If you're,
Right. The best I have, I think, in mind is that it explodes better in aerosol form, because that's how the grain was going to work. So if there's powder everywhere freely mixing in the air rather than just in the barrels, it'll probably explode better. That would be the going theory, because I'm not smart enough for anything else. Which I guess asks, how many people are milling about, like, in the gunpowder room themselves?
About a half a dozen people.
There's
not
a
as many
lot of people.
A lot of people, 6 or 7 people, persons. But there's also guards here. Every so often you see pairs of guards, right? And people have to do the paper thing again, and you do the paper thing in the powder room.
And that's, like, inside the gunpowder room?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's double layers of security.
Yeah.
So I can't quite... Yeah. So what I could do is at the very least go ahead and see. So what are people doing with the gunpowder? They're just like taking barrels and tipping them into the wheelbarrows?
Yeah, they're carrying them and put them in the wheelbarrows, and they strap them to the wheelbarrow so that they don't spill over in case the wheelbarrow, So it's not a matter of just putting in the wheelbarrow, because again, this stuff is both expensive and fiery / explosive. So they're working quickly. But here you see people being a little more careful, right? They don't throw things. They don't like, oh, trying to throw it. They actually, they put the thing so they have like 2 people. Why is it the reason why there's half a dozen people is that you have people where the barrels are stacked. There's a pair of them who get the barrel. You got another group of people, 2 more people, they get handed the barrel, and then they go and those people put it in and strap it into the wheelbarrow. And so they're making like a little line. They get the barrel, they go out, next person picks up the barrel, goes out. That's how it's working. The idea is people don't stay in. You have 6 or so people are there are the people who handle the powder. But people with their barrels come in, they get their barrel or barrels, depending on the size of the cart, and go out. So it's a well-oiled machine that they're doing this.
Yeah, that's very hard to disrupt, I think, or at least without being very obvious. And given that there's guards as well, doing something surreptitiously is also going to be difficult. But I'm the only person who can bring a lighter in, and no one knows. So,
I mean, you have a wheelbarrow. You guys are carrying a wheelbarrow with you, so you're probably gonna get at least 1 barrel for yourselves.
Yeah, but it's hard to create the exact conditions I'm thinking about, which is gunpowder everywhere. That's just never gonna really happen without like literally getting kicked out or questioned,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because your magic is flashy, is not the kind of magic that you can easily hide.
Grenades are also flashy, so and so is pouring gunpowder everywhere, So I have to figure out how am I going to do this sort of without drawing too much attention, but also creating conditions. Because I want to probably.
Aren't you a wizard?
Yes, I am.
Can't you create lightning?
Yeah.
Doesn't lightning start fires?
Yes. Fires also start fires.
Right, but I just mean lightning is a natural occurrence. Also, if people see lightning from the sky, it's just lightning from the sky.
This is also an internal brick building.
I thought we were trying to catch the ship on fire. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no. Duncan's on the ship. Duncan will probably handle that. But I am in the armory, and I have grenades with a minute fuse. I want to set them down somewhere, but I also want to create enough conditions that when the fires start, everything actually explodes well enough.
Is the ceiling made of brick?
Yeah.
You can also move earth. Just move a brick out of the way.
That's true too. I guess the question is, how surreptitiously can I do my magic? Unless someone has supernatural, I don't think they can tell, and as long as I'm not whipping out a wand, no one will tell either.
They can tell unless there's a specific word on the spells that are invisible.
Yeah, and I think that applies specifically to the thaumaturgy spells, but not to all of the others.
Right.
Obviously, shooting lightning out of my hand, people are going to notice.
Well, some of them actually have loud, like they're gunshot loud.
Yeah. Not all of them, but some of them definitely are. Lightning definitely was.
I mean, if somebody could create a distraction for you, maybe that would work.
Yeah, that's also true. And I guess I do have Harmon here, because Harmon will not leave my side, and we both have wheelbarrows, right?
I mean, okay, question. Spencer, where is Spencer in all of this?
Yeah, figure out where Spencer is. Spencer, what are you up to? Who do you want to be with?
Well, he would probably slow down Dylan, because he's a crap raccoon. So he'll hang out with Gregory and Harmon, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is Spencer a raccoon?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were a cat. Sorry.
He's a blonde raccoon.
I'm just looking at your token, and I thought your token was a cat.
I'm not that good at drawing raccoons, it appears. Or medieval fashions.
Well, yeah, no, you're a cat from Texas, according to me.
Well, I do have another piece of art I could color in and do for a token, but this will do for now.
Yeah, no worries.
Mystic is the keyword, by the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to the conversation, Rick.
So, we're looking to cause a distraction?
Yes. Oh,
Well, I mean,
that's right. You're Spencer.
can't
you're
you just cause a
perfect.
riot or something?
I could cause a mass panic.
Yeah.
So what I'll probably do then, not assuming if or if not Spencer was with me, is like probably deliver this wheelbarrow, go back, get another one, grab Spencer on the way back, and tell him, "Hey, I got this room, and I need a distraction. What do you got for me?"
How many people are in it?
Quite a dozen, and guards.
Half a dozen inside. Plus the people coming in doing the barrel, the coming in and out, and the 2 guards are outside.
Tell a bunch of people that they're out of grain, and then cast panic. Out of grain! Ah!
Well, I'm just gonna have Spencer dress like one of them, and
You're all of you have workers' clothes.
and then do this in a crowd of 12, at least 12. Holy shit! Okay, that's 12 targets. 12
Unfortunately,
people have to roll their mind and will.
it's a group of supernauts. They're all rolling d12s.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
It's the
So I'm gonna
foreign
do
diplomats on parade.
D6. I'm gonna have to repeat this. Yep, that's a failure.
You got to keep track of the lowest rolling failure as well.
You can just hit the up arrow and it'll re-roll your last roll.
Oh, okay.
Or it'll bring up your last roll and you hit enter. Up and enter.
I've never seen a double 8 like that before.
Never in the history of mathematics has 2 8s been side by side. Ever!
Oh, no, no.
Okay,
This is
already
what the 8 button is for.
the 4 and the 1 is the lowest so far.
So far.
Oh, somebody's succeeding. Actually, no, because they have to be.
This is
Actually,
the
no,
first.
none of them can. I'm not rolling to beat you. I'm rolling to see how badly they're going to do, because none of them can beat you because they all have the 2d6s.
Yeah, you're basically rolling to see who's terrified.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inside the room, and the 2 guards. Ooh. And let's say there's another person with a wheelbarrow there as well. So they're gonna. So you have 2 guys with 4 and 1. Those are the lowest rolls.
All right, so you get to randomly pick one of them, and they're terrified.
So I'm gonna roll 1d2. Let's see if it's one of the guards or one of the carriers of the wheelbarrows. 1 is a guard, 2 is a wheelbarrow guy. It's one of the guards outside.
Woo. Spencer's going to say, Jesus, it's customs, and then see who runs.
Oh, he runs. Like, oh, it's gonna blow! I can't stand it here. It's gonna all cave in on us. It's gonna, and the other guy's afraid, but he's more afraid of what this guy starts shouting. He just runs to the door, and there's people in the middle, and he's pushing people aside. It's like, and he grabs his his musket. It's like, get out of my way! And he's just shouting. So it's crazy. And so other people start, because he's not shouting about it's gonna just blow up. He's apparently he just got a sense of what's when you're afraid of enclosed spaces. I always say
Claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia. So he's shouting about the whole thing collapsing on everybody, right? Because they're inside of the earth. So it's like, it's gonna come out. Hey, the bricks, you can't hold it. And he's just shouting and pushing people aside, and people are pushing back, and other people are coming in looking. It's like, what's going on? And other people are shouting as well, but he got terrified, and that's a reaction that everybody else was kind of afraid and looking around, and the workers are sort of putting the barrels down, and let's see if one of the barrels actually hits the ground.
Oh, that'd be too perfect.
On a 4 and a 1d4. Yep.
Hey.
They're carrying a barrel, and the barrel goes, and just splats, and just this mount, and people, they're coughing because it's black powder starts spreading. Not a lot, but most of it's pretty heavy set. But it's like a mound of it, so it's exposed. And that sets more panic. So people like, oh, we're gonna have a fire. Let's spread the buckets. Let's get the sand. And so everybody's shouting, and more people, and it's sort of spreading to everybody, right?
Yeah,
are
so I'm definitely
tired.
trying to take control of the situation by using my presence and go, everyone just listen to me and don't panic. It's everywhere. You have to go out and dust yourself off or else it'll catch. And just see if I can get them all to, like, follow my lead.
Yeah.
Wait, who's that guy? Who's that guy talking right now? I've never seen him before. Have you seen him before?
Don't go against him.
What's that training that we've always gotten? If somebody starts panicking for no reason, always look for the person who's not panicking.
Look for the person who's giving orders. He's a liar. Get him.
Nobody just panics for no reason. That's witchcraft. I've never seen this guy before in my life.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to go ahead and just start calling out orders to them. I have presence, and I'm going to give it a go. That is
I was gonna
2
ask.
successes.
I was gonna ask. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Can I add what now? Okay.
well, yeah, he had 2 successes on the panic. So yeah, you're adding fuel to the fire. People are filing out. It's like, get out of here, whatever. And you see the guards up front, like trying to stop people. It's like, what's going on? Well, get back to work. So there's a little bit of a
choke.
a choke point up front. But there are only 2 guys, and everybody else is trying to get away. People are confused. People are shouting at each other. You see one wolf punch a goat in the face, like, get out of my way. And that starts, and so that guy starts grappling with the wolf. Is like, okay, and from out of nowhere, a woman comes in, and she's a cat, and she smashes something heavy against the wolf's head. And now you have like a small riot and fight because people want to get out, and they're getting over each other. It's getting crazy. But remember, think of a long corridor, and you're at the end of that corridor. So you have to get through all of this, right?
That's
You're
perfect
telling
because
people,
that is also a great use of my own ability, yelling at people to get out of my way.
yeah.
And
Duncan, you can hear this, so people are turning around and looking. It's like, and it's like, and so people are rushing over there. Like, yeah.
Let Duncan use this moment. He knows what's coming, I think.
Oh no, definitely using this moment. Speed, stealth, observation to get through.
Yes. You get an extra D8.
All right. Well, that's two successes still. Damn it.
With the distraction, yeah, you can get closer now, right?
A
Because
little
now people are
further.
looking over there. People are rubbernecking, like, what's going on? Like somebody's shouting, "Get back to work," whatever. But it's contagious, and
Yeah.
guards are rushing into that area as well, with getting their muskets out. Right?
All
So
right.
if you're gonna do something, you better do it now.
Now's the time. All right, let's grab some of those grenades, put them where those beams are. Then, if that's as close as I can get. Where am I exactly at this point? Just so I know for range for the map.
You're about 5. No, this should be bigger. I didn't make sure that I changed the map.
That's okay. Like where I am on the map right now is as close as I can get. Let me just start with that. How about?
See that? Yeah, you're about 25 meters, give or take.
Medium range, if I remember correctly, is 12, right?
Yes. I mean, you can try to get closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna risk it and go a little closer. I got the papers.
Yeah, pick up a hammer and go like, I'm gonna nail something.
I got papers. I got a bucket of nails. Just grab a random hammer from somebody, I guess. What roll would this be then to get closer? I guess at this point.
It's the same roll you already did.
With that D8 or without?
With a D8, yes.
With the D8, okay. Oh my god, I am doing terrible. All right, 3 this time with the reroll.
Yeah, you can get closer.
All right, finally. What is the max range I can go?
How far can you move without running?
Without running? Oh, that's a good question. The farthest I can do is a D8 sprint. I also have acrobatics, so I can technically split my dash and sprints and all that stuff. But like, it would be a D8 sprint or a 4 dash. So
Your choice.
I'm not gonna risk it because this is still very high something.
Mhm.
So, wait, what? No, that's the wrong tool. Whoops. This is the tool. I guess I would get like around here, maybe. Actually, you know what? I can just jump down. That would be smarter. I'm just jumping down right here, and that's probably as far as I can go.
Okay.
And I'm sorry for the blue line now that's on your map. I don't know how to get rid of that.
Oh, I think I can get rid of that. Don't worry.
Okay, and range now would be about what is that, 15 or 20?
20.
All right, it's not as bad as before. I do have sharpshooter. I got the sling, so I guess I can just take the 4 grenades and give them a lob and see what happens with the penalty.
I mean, it's the target is not moving. You're aiming to a specific area. That's why you have the penalty. Now, because the target is dodging or like that, I won't roll for it.
Yeah, you're
All
trying to
right,
like
so
hit
I'm
the
gonna-
critical spot.
Yeah, so let's see if I can hit that sweet spot. So this will be with the sling. I'll take the extra range. I'm aiming it as well as much as I can. So it's 3 dice being rolled. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Taking the first grenade. That's 2 successes.
Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. So that's damage plus 2, and it's on fire.
Yeah, it's this. With 2 successes, you hit it here, and it's on fire. That part is on fire. What else? You can keep
Keep
You have
going.
2 other. Yeah, you have 2 grenades more, unless you want.
I actually have 3 more apparently.
Okay.
He gave me 4 of them. So throw number 2. I'm assuming nobody is seeing me do this at this point.
I mean, you're gonna get spotted eventually, right?
Yeah.
Because the first one you got for free, but eventually people are gonna like, what's going on? And they're gonna look around and they're gonna see you with a sling, and So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna throw the second one, then we'll see if I get spotted. How about that?
Yeah.
2 successes again.
Okay, so that's an adjacent.
That's get another, what is that? Plus 2 on fire again. So
Yeah.
and now would this be kind of like a mind observation?
Yes. See if anybody spotted you.
All right. Did that go? I did click it. I got 1 success. Did anybody notice me throw that?
People are looking around. They're seeing the fire and reacting to it and shouting, and they're looking around. You know that you don't know they spotted you specifically. You haven't heard anybody shouting in your direction, but they're aware there's fire, right? And they're trying to get buckets instead of like to fighters. So yeah.
Ooh, that's something we did not think of, to like actually set out the fires. Okay. I'm going to then risk it and throw a 3rd one. Are you ready? Only 1 success this time, so not as much damage.
Yeah, you hit the outer area here. Basically, you hit the planking here. So and this is covered in water mostly. So basically, the outer planking is on fire. It's like there's fire dancing on top of the water and whatever wood is there, but not much of it damage. Yeah.
All right.
Now I'm gonna roll for people to see if they
saw
they
that
spot.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody's shouting in your direction. What is that guy doing? Stop him! People are looking around, and it's like people are trying to get buckets of sand to throw at it, and it's like, what's going on? Meanwhile, inside, you started your distraction, but eventually the panic is gonna, once guards come in and restore order, they're start brandishing weapons. They're gonna have a restoration of order soon enough. So whatever you're gonna do to keep the momentum going, you're gonna have to do this. There's broken powder there. People are running. Right now, you're there in an empty room with a powder. One powder is spread on the floor, and the rest is just everywhere else. So what are you gonna do?
All right, so we at least got the room to ourselves. Spencer, just start taking the tops off these and just shove them over. Doesn't matter what you do with them. I'm going to start setting up these 2 grenades I have. I'm just going to set them down. And I'm going to go ahead and get them ready so I can light the fuse once Spencer's done. I'm going to probably magically light the fuse, but that's like a non-action to do as an elementalist. So.
Harmon or Spencer, or both?
Spencer will just be knocking
Both.
over
If we got Harmon here, Harmon can also knock over some barrels too. Okay. Harmon, you can knock over barrels, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
You have a. Yeah. Let's just see how fast you can do it. Which skill can you use to make it faster?
Athletics, probably.
Athletics, yes.
Oh wait, no, we don't have athletics. Right?
No.
Strength, endurance as a labor task.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing out ideas here. Craft for sabotage.
Misfortune to make the barrels drop what they're holding.
You can do throwing if you just want to lob the one so that they actually break. When you throw them off. You can do tactics if you're trying to open one of those catches instead of spread the powder in strategic places.
Tactics is a pretty good one. I have tactics, so I guess I'll be choosing that.
And observation to see if there are any weak points that you can exploit.
All right. So I'll do mind, observation, and tactics for my role in all this.
And if you guys want to just do it more than one round, you will probably have to do endurance because these guys were carrying these barrels between the 2 of them. I know Harmon is pretty strong. But still, lobbying and throwing caskets and breaking them with weapons, whatever, that takes whatever.
Yeah, so I guess for like this first round of us making a mess, I go around going, I really don't know about this spot, and I have no idea where I'm going to do it yet.
Okay, so everyone else do an endurance check. Harmon and Spencer.
I would probably say Harmon could probably add strength into this.
Yes.
Can I add strength as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you have strength? Nice. No, Raccoon's got that.
Yeah, Harmon has no problem just sort of hefting one of these barrels by himself. Like, what do you want? It's just throw it whatever it is, or lobbing up the tops of it.
Where's the most artistic place for stuff to explode?
Yeah. Spencer, you're having a problem. It's like these things are heavy. You're probably used to sort of nudging them and using the gravity to sort of help you out, but you're getting tired pretty quickly. So second round. So I'm going, 3 rounds outside, 3 rounds here. Second round here.